Marvel fans, let's talk about Captain America, Brave New World. Once a highly anticipated film, it's now debuting with some of the lowest hype we've ever seen for an MCU movie. What happened? Is it worth your time? Let's break it down. First, let's set the stage. Remember Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania back in 2023? It opened with $106 million but was labeled a flop. That's how high Marvel standards were then. Fast forward to now, and the bar has dropped a lot. The underwhelming reception to the Marvels and several forgettable Disney Plus series have weakened the brand. Enter Brave New World, which arrives with minimal fanfare and a rocky production history, including multiple rounds of reshoots. Brave New World attempts to follow in the footsteps of The Winter Soldier, but it struggles to match that film's impact. The Winter Soldier worked because of its grounded story and the emotional bond between Cap and Bucky. In contrast, Brave New World sidelines key relationships like Sam Wilson's connection with Isaiah Bradley and leaves Sam to go solo. The result? A film that feels generic and lacking in emotional stakes. And let's not sugarcoat it, there's been a noticeable lack of excitement around Sam Wilson's big screen debut as Captain America. Some fans have even said the movie feels more like a Disney Plus series than a full-fledged Marvel blockbuster. Now let's talk about Anthony Mackie. As Sam Wilson, Mackie does his best, but he's working with a character that hasn't been given the epic backstory of Steve Rogers. Think about it. Steve had feuds, lost loves, displacement in time, and super soldier abilities. Meanwhile, Sam is a more regular guy in a world of gods and superhumans, which makes it harder for audiences to rally behind him. It's not Mackie's fault, he simply hasn't been given the material. That said, Mackie shines in his scenes with Harrison Ford as Thaddeus Ross. Their antagonistic yet respectful dynamic is one of the film's highlights. But when Sam teams up with the underdeveloped new Falcon, played by Danny Ramirez, the film starts to feel like an extended TV episode. The supporting cast doesn't fare much better. Shira Haas's Ruth Bat Seraph feels like a stand-in for a Black Widow type character, and Tim Blake Nelson's return as the leader doesn't add much. He's more of a stepping stone to the movie's main attraction, Red Hulk. And yes, seeing Harrison Ford transform into Red Hulk is undeniably fun. His performance brings some much needed energy to the film, and his dynamic with Sam Wilson gives the story a pulse. But here's where Brave New World really falters: the action. For a movie constantly compared to The Winter Soldier, the fight scenes are surprisingly weak. They lack the intensity and creativity we've come to expect from the Russo brothers' Marvel films. It's no fault of director Julius Ona, who likely didn't have full creative control, but the result is action sequences that feel no better than what you'd find in a Disney Plus show. At this point, it's clear that Marvel's formula needs a shakeup. Years of overly safe movies and uninspired Disney Plus content have diluted the brand. So, is Captain America Brave New World a disaster? Not quite. If you go in with low expectations, there's still fun to be had, mainly watching Mackie and Ford go head to head. But Marvel movies shouldn't feel this dull. This film is yet another sign that the MCU needs to innovate and take risks to recapture its former glory. That's my take on Captain America Brave New World. What did you think? Was it a hit or a miss for you? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more Marvel reviews and updates.